Good day, this is Bruce of Cantotech and we're here to unbox the Zhiyun Crane Plus. So this payload has a maximum of 2.5 kg, so if you're using probably an A6000 or A6500, this would be just right for you. But if in case you're like us, you're using an A7 Mark III, it's still enough to hold the camera in place. So this is a high performance with 6 Instune algorithm with a 2.5 kg payload. So what's actually so good about Xeon cranes, why we actually purchased this gimbal for our studio is because it has all the accessory inside. Later, when we unbox everything, we'll just run to you all the items that the Xeon gives to you or that it can offer to you. So basically, this one, the new Crane Plus, has this feature wherein you can actually control it via mobile phone. So it has the motion memory wherein you can use the motion memory feature with the Crane Plus and allows you to set up in advance the camera movements to save them. And you can actually use your mobile phone to be able to track the Crane Plus. Or I mean, you can use your mobile phone's camera to track the Crane Plus. So it can actually track your movement. It's like using a phone gimbal wherein the phone itself can track the subject. So anyway, we've already unboxed the Crane Plus, so you can see the instructions manual there, the CD, and there's an anti-slip grip where you can put in your camera so that when you put your camera, it doesn't probably scratch or anything like it. So inside the Crane Plus, we can find the tripod. So this is what I've been mentioning to you. All Xeon items, including the Smooth 4, the phone gimbal, has the tripod inside. So this is an aluminum version. So this is very, very stable. So it can hold your camera in place, including all those payload. So this is the handle grip. This is where you put the battery inside. So we'll actually put that handle inside the crane. So let's just unbox it one by one. So we have the charging cable, and we also have the connector from the gimbal to your camera. So it looks identical, but the gray one is for the gimbal to your camera. And this one is another additional part where you can plug it at your 2.5 jack. So let's go ahead and get the gimbal. So this is the gimbal. So before that, this is the screw mount below for your camera. So basically, you just need to screw it under the gimbal. This is for additional stabilizer if you want to screw it for the lens support. So let's go through the new feature of this gimbal. So it has the POV mode, which gives you an additional 45 degrees for additional creativity. So if you want to do that side tricks that you have, you can easily use this feature. So this plus POV mode is actually designed for the point of view. So for those who doesn't know the POV means point of view mode that actually allows movement providing up to 45 degrees in synchronous motion over the roll axis. So this means that the Crane Plus, keeping the camera level on your left or right, POV mode will move you and roll your camera left or right up to 45 degrees. So your camera moves with you, in short to speak. So other than that, this is the bottom adjustment for your gimbal. So this is the lock for adjusting the camera front and back. So I think basically this is it. So if you want to look on how to balance your camera, you can check our other reviews in the future, how to balance your camera in the Crane Plus. But then again, from our experience, you can actually use the A6500 and mount your camera on top of this camera, but the payload is just a bit heavy. So if in case you have a A6500, maybe a 16mm Sigma f1.4, it's already heavy. It reaches around 1 kg. Then you add that connector on the flash mount, and then you add your phone. That's gonna give you roughly around 1.5 to 1.8 kg, reaching mostly of your cameras of your gimbal's payload. So upon further opening the box, this is actually the battery. So it comes inside the gimbal, so you don't need to purchase batteries. So if in case you want to purchase additional batteries, you can do so. So that's a good thing about this one. The battery is separate. It's not a built-in proprietary version. The only downside for this, we can see that this uses a micro B, whereas everyone has been switching or transferring to Type C already. But then again, there's a cable inside. You can just use your conventional phone charger or quick charge charger and plug it to the micro B port of the camera of the charger itself. So let's try to put the accessory tripod in below. So again, this is the full aluminum version. So when you're going to be stabilizing your camera on the gimbal, it will be very easy. So again, this camera also has the time-lapse feature and the panorama feature. So you just need to use your phone app to do this. So this is the gimbal standing up. So just to give you a better idea about installing the battery, let's just go through the plastic. So just be careful about cutting the plastic, you might injure yourself. So by the way, going through the menu, since we're having a hard time cutting through the batteries, there's actually a joystick in the middle of the gimbal. So that's basically panning it from left, up, down, right, and there's actually the camera button. So pressing it once would enable you to shoot a picture on your camera, and double press would enable you to video the camera. So for more on those further modes, we will list it down actually in our website. So you just check on our website, cantotech.ph, to check furthermore on how to use the gimbal. So for now, we'll just be attaching the handle with the battery inside so we can see what it looks like or how the gimbal looks like in real action. So this is the gimbal itself. By powering it, so basically you just press that power button for a long time, around 2 to 3 seconds, and you will power on your camera. So if in case you would be actually using an A6500 with power zoom features using the 18 to 105 lens, you can actually even use the zoom feature there, which is quite convenient. So for further review, so we'll post it in our website. Once again, this is Bruce of Cantotech, signing out. We hope that you enjoyed our video and please subscribe to our channel.